Hey, how's it going? This is Rational Panda. So there's this YouTube pastor named Pastor Greg Locke, and he thinks he's silenced atheism. So let's have a look at what he has to say. Panda.
Hey guys, Pastor Greg Locke here. Have you noticed how the new atheism has become so antagonistic?
No, not really. Typically, an atheist is only going to get antagonistic, say from my point of view, is when some overzealous religious person, like a pastor, for example, is trying to push their beliefs off on me. Okay? Uh, I'm not required to believe what you believe, contrary to your own popular belief. It sounds to me like somebody's a little butthurt that I don't share their delusions, but I could be wrong.
We hate a God that we don't even believe in. If you
Crikey!
can't explain God, we're not going to believe in him. Listen, if I could explain God in a way that your 3 pound brain could contain
Hello.
it, then he wouldn't be worthy of your worship anyhow.
Wow. Okay. Looks like I was right. Um, let's see. First of all, uh, I don't hate God any more than I would say Darth Vader or any other fictional villain. He's about as real to me. God is about as real to me as Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy. Okay. Um, what I do hate, um, which are very few things, but what I do hate is the behavior of Christians and other religious zealots, especially in the Abrahamic religions, that the atrocities that the religion inspires in its adherents, and the fact that Christians, especially in the and Muslims as well, that insist on imposing your beliefs on the rest of the world. What kind of hubris uh, drives you to try and force your beliefs on other people? We are not obligated to share your delusions. Why can't you get that through your thick skull? Okay? You have no good reason to believe what you believe, and you can't give me a good reason to believe you. So I have no reason to believe you. Okay? And secondly, with the second part of what you just said, I don't expect you to explain God. I want you to demonstrate Him. There's a difference. You have made a positive claim. You have the burden of proof to provide positive evidence supporting your claim. Otherwise, it's just a baseless assertion, and once again, I have no reason to believe you. So, problem? I mean, if you if you have an issue with that, deal with it, because that's your problem, not mine.
And pray tell me, why is it that every time something bad happens, they blame it on a God that they don't even believe in? And look, you really can't have it both ways. Just because there's storms and starvation and rape and murder does not mean that there's not a God. That's like saying, oh, I saw a long haired person, so therefore I don't believe in barbers. Are you kidding me? I saw a sick person, so I don't believe in doctors. That's
Crikey.
ridiculous. Just because there's junk and garbage going on in the world doesn't mean there's not a God. God made everything perfect. He gave us the keys to the car, and we're the ones that put it in the ditch. God forgives sins, but He doesn't relieve consequences.
Holy shiitake mushrooms. How much nonsense can one man fit in under 2 minutes? Oh, wow. Okay, so where do we start? Jeez. Well, for one thing, you're projecting. Uh, we don't blame God for anything. Or at least I don't. I, I don't believe in your God. Why- wow. I mean, your delusion knows no bounds. I don't blame your God for anything. I don't even believe in him. Like I said, he's is real to me as Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, or any other fictional character. Okay, I don't blame him for anything. You do. Okay, stop trying to project your crap on me. I don't want it. You know what I mean? And this whole analogy with the barber and the doctor and everything, that's not. I mean, you're apples to oranges here. Okay, doctors and barbers we can demonstrate to be true. We can go and visit them. We can prove that they're there. Not so much with your God. Okay, doesn't work like that. So, not to mention the fact that since when does anybody believe that barbers and doctors created the whole friggin' universe? Or is behaving like some kind of cosmic dictator? You know what I mean? Uh, I love the way Christopher Hitchens put it. I mean, it's like a celestial North Korea, but at least in North Korea you can frickin' die and leave. With your beliefs, once you die, that's just the beginning of the fun. You know, I mean, oh wow, man. I mean, and it boils down to the problem of evil. I mean, that's basically what you're referring to here. Uh, okay, it goes like this. If your God existed and he was omnipotent, omnipresent, and omnibenevolent, he would, yeah, and omniscient, he would know every possible way that evil could arise. He would have the power to prevent it and or destroy it. And being omnibenevolent, that is all good, he would, by definition, have the desire and impetus to do so. In fact, by definition of his very character, would have to. Okay, so since evil actually does exist, God doesn't. And another thing, okay, he gave us the keys, and we put the car in the ditch. Is your God that small and impotent that mere mortal humans can thwart and ruin his plans? If he's so all powerful, he couldn't. I mean, he couldn't prevent any of this. I mean, really, do you even think before you open your mouth? Holy crap, dude!
How many atheists do you know that want to fuss and fight with you about trolls and about
Crikey!
smurfs and about fairies?
Ooh la la.
None of them. They all want to fight about God. Why? Because you don't fight stuff that's non existent. You fight stuff that in your conscience you know is existing. I'm here to tell you, you have no morality except for the God code that has been placed within you. Every man is born with the light of Christ. So at the end of
Hello.
the day, you can say you don't believe in God. But the truth is, God doesn't believe in atheists.
Oh, I gotta calm down. I'm going too long on this video. Okay, look. Well, first of all, uh, the reason why atheists don't want to argue with you again, about trolls, smurfs, and fairies is because not only is there no evidence uh, supporting their existence, just like your God, the difference is that nobody is trying to push beliefs in them off on anybody else like you are. Nor is anyone bombing abortion clinics in the name of trolls, smurfs, or fairies like they are in the name of your God. Nor are they harassing funerals of soldiers the way people are in the name of your God. Case in point, Westboro Baptist Church. Okay, so it isn't that we have a sneaking suspicion that your God exists. It's just the behavior of people like you that believe in Him. All right, so let's just keep that clear. Uh, Now, as far as morality, here's the thing: religion, any religion, has stolen morality from humanism. Okay, and humanist values. That is to say, that the whole concept of the standard that do no harm to others. similar to the Hippocratic Oath. Okay, and let's see. And what he goes back to the veil of ignorance. If which is basically the golden rule. If you wouldn't want someone doing a given act to you, then you shouldn't be doing it to anyone else either, no matter what. Um, and there really is no absolute objective morality because you could say, yeah, generally speaking, it's bad to kill someone, for example, murder. But there are instances where, circumstances might be such that it would warrant. Like someone's trying to kill me, for example, and the only way I can stop them from killing me is by killing them. Preservation of life, namely my own. Or that of, say, if someone's going to try and kill someone in my family, someone that I love, okay, and preserving their life by killing the person trying to kill them. If there's no other way, every other option to try and stop them has failed, then there's no other choice but to kill that person. That's why in the law you have the concept of justifiable homicide, and you don't go to jail for that. Okay? So, as far as the whole morality thing, you really have no leg to stand on. And in fact, if you really want to get into it, there's a lot in your Bible that's pretty atrocious that goes against humanist values. And it's, honestly, to, I personally don't want to emulate Judeo Christian values if that's your kind of values. Thank you very much.
The heart of the issue is not that you deny deity, it's that you deny responsibility because you don't want any accountability. But I'm here to tell you, you're going to stand before God, and every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord to the glory of God the Father. You can deny the reality of hell, but that won't make it 1 degree cooler when you get there. So I just want to thank all of my atheist friends out there because every time you comment nonsense and hatred on my page, you're just sticking me into the feed of a whole lot of friends that get to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. So at the end of the day, God's going to get his glory with or without you.
Okay, well, there's so much I could say to this, but I'm going to keep this brief because this is going longer than I'd like. First of all, no, I am not denying responsibility. I'm accountable to my fellow man for my mistakes, and I must, when making mistakes, atone for them and make restitution to those that I have wronged. You, on the other hand, this is projecting on your part. You, on the other hand, are completely absolving yourself from responsibility. I mean, your very Bible teaches that your God removes your sin as far as the east and is from the west and remembers it no more. I mean, what is that but, and the blood of Jesus washes away your sin. Uh, you know, I mean, what is that but absolving you of your responsibility for whatever you've done wrong? Quite simply, that's the very epitome of denying responsibility. So I'm not the one denying responsibility, you are. And as for, comments and things getting your videos put into the feed of more and more people, I'm actually quite happy about that. Because, having you deplatformed and silenced really is the last thing I want to see. I want as many people, logically thinking people, to see how absurd the teachings of your religion are. The best way to kill an absurd idea is to have as many people look at it as possible and scrutinize it as much as possible. So I'm happy that a lot of people get to hear about you and hear what you have to say. Um, that's about it. So thanks for sharing. Well, that's the end of the video. That's really all I have to say about it. But thanks for watching. If you like what I had to say, or if you think I'm totally off base, whatever, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like or dislike, subscribe, hit the bell. Share this video if you could. I'd really appreciate it. That would help my channel out a lot. And take care of yourselves, okay? Matane. Oh, yeah! What?